Who's the Sun Woman?
Hello friends, this is the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for joining me at my channel for this new moon eclipse in Virgo that is going to be taking place on September 1st. These are general readings for all of the 12 signs. Wow, September is going to be a month to remember. To say the least. There's so much going on in the heavens this month and this week as well. Way much more than I could possibly cover in these general readings, but I have posted some great articles and videos on my Facebook page, so make sure that after you watch your videos for your sun, moon, and rising, that you head over to my Facebook page and take a look at some of the great articles I have listed on there, posted on there from some fantastic master astrologers. There is a lot going on besides the new moon in Virgo. We have Mercury going retrograde in Virgo on August 30th. That's going to be until September 23rd. We have Venus moving into Libra. We have Jupiter moving out of Virgo and soon moving into Libra as well. We have a full moon lunar eclipse on September 16th. And we also have the reactivation of a Saturn-Neptune square. So much going on. As I said, more than I could possibly cover in these general readings, but what I would love to do is a personal reading for you so that I can take a look at your individual chart and show you exactly how all of these aspects are currently affecting you individually, okay? So please, if you're interested in a reading, please head over to my website and you can book a personal private reading for me, either a full-length reading or a burning question reading, and I will be very happy to be able to do that for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this new moon eclipse is going to be affecting each of the individual signs, and take a look at the Tao reading for messages on what's coming up this month for all of us. Thank you so much again for connecting with me on Facebook and on the channel. I enjoy your comments, and thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Let's go ahead with the individual readings. Namaste. Hello, my Libras. This new moon eclipse in Virgo is going to be taking place in your 12th house, and the 12th house is the house of endings, the house of closures. It is a very spiritual house that really can be cultivated when we choose to face ourselves and our history, our fears, the unseen elements of life. The 12th house has to do with what's going on behind the scenes, so also what is hidden. It's very much a karmic house, so a lot of the karmic baggage that we have can be worked out through the 12th house. And with this new moon eclipse taking place in your 12th house, there may be an acceleration of karma for many of my Libras this month, where you may be faced with circumstances that are going to allow you to finally clear the decks of things, fears, circumstances that have been holding you back unnecessarily. This can talk about fears in general of the unknown. This could be talking about addictions. This could be relationships that are unhealthy habits, okay? There may be some relation to hospitals, institutions of some sort this month for my Libras. And also 12th house can rule clandestine relationships. So some Libras may be involved in relationships that have been going on behind the scenes, and either those relationships may be ending or those relationships may come out into the open, because the eclipses can often reveal things that are hidden. So if there's something going on behind the scenes for you, you can be sure that it may likely come out into the open to be dealt with finally during this month. So just keep that in mind, okay? So let's go ahead and see what the message is for my Libras for this 12th house new moon eclipse in Virgo. And I've already pre-shuffled the cards, going to shuffle them a few more times for you. And let's see what the message is for my Libras for this new moon eclipse in Virgo. What is the message for Libras? I'm doing a 5-card spread plus an oracle card. All right, this is for Libra. Sun, moon, and rising. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the King of Cups reversed. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the Hierophant, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Page of Pentacles here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what your oracle card is for this period. What is the oracle card message for Libras for this new moon eclipse in Virgo? The 12th house for Libras. What is the oracle card message? All right, we have the number 40 card, Deliverance. And this is really one of my favorite cards in the entire oracle. You know, this card talks about release and relief from difficult circumstances in your life. If you look at this card, you see this boy or this young man who is raising his arms to the sky. You know, there is a storm, but the storm is bringing rain that is nourishing this desert that he perhaps has been walking across, and he may be, you know, desperately in need of, you know, of water and of nutrients. And whatever has happened here, he has been able to cross this desert and survive it, to now be washed and to be cleansed by this storm that has, you know, come up. So some of you may be experiencing circumstances this month that may seem like a storm brewing in your life, but it is actually a blessing in disguise. It is going to clear the air and to provide you with something that you need in order to move forward. And you're going to find that you are thankful as a result of this situation that presents itself. Now, some of the key phrases on this card are release, relief, a fresh approach, liberation from obstruction, finding a solution, and exhilaration. So this is an extremely positive card that talks about, you know, blockages, obstructions, obstacles being removed from your path, and you being able to find a fresh solution, a new beginning on some level in your life. Now, when we're talking about the 12th house, that is definitely, as I said, the house of endings. So interesting that this eclipse is taking place in your house of endings, and the oracle is signifying new beginnings and fresh beginnings for you that you should be feeling very happy and very exhilarated about when this, you know, by the time this month is over for you, okay? So excellent card, Deliverance being the main message here. Now, we have the 7 of Swords here coming into the month, and the 7 of Swords can represent several things. It can represent activities that you have been working at very diligently and putting a lot of time and energy, a lot of mental focus in, that just have not paid off, where you feel like your efforts have been futile, okay? Where you just feel like you've been working so hard, applying yourself so much, but you just are not seeing that breakthrough. You haven't seen the, you know, the changes and the improvements in your life that you have needed to, that you desperately need to happen. So it can be a bit trying. It can be just, you know, there can be disillusionment where the 7 of Swords, or a feeling of futility. Now, the 7 of Swords can also represent things going on undercover. Now, again, we're talking about the 12th house energy here. So if there have been things going on behind the scenes that you do not want people to be aware of, your activities or relationships perhaps, it is very possible, as I said at the beginning of this reading, that those things are going to come out into the open because the eclipses, bring out things that are unexpected. And with Mercury retrograde, it may be as a result of miscommunications that you were not expecting. So perhaps sending a text message to the wrong person, and that person, now becoming aware of your relationship with someone else, or you being found out, you are in the wrong place, place that you're not supposed to be at, and you run into someone who knows you just out of the blue. So keep in mind that if you are engaged in activities that you really don't want anyone to know about, either, you may need to make a decision to end those things, or be aware that the universe may be bringing that out into the open to finally help you let go of, or to face the music, so that you can deal with a situation that may be unhealthy for you, okay? Now, it could be in relation to a person. The King of Cups is coming up here reversed, and often, the King of Cups is a water sign energy. Could be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. The King of Cups is the king of love and emotional relationships. Excuse me. When the King of Cups is coming up reversed, there's something going on that could be problematic, and it is usually an emotional thing. It could be that this is someone who is not being honest about their feelings, or who is engaged in a relationship that is where they're being dishonest. They're kind of undercover. They are perhaps an escapist in some way, either maybe with alcohol or drugs, or perhaps sex addiction. There's something that they're doing that is not the positive expression of that King of Cups, who normally is very loving, very nurturing, very emotionally balanced. The King of Cups reversed is off kilter emotionally, because of whatever it is that he or she is into. It could be male or female. So with you, there could be two scenarios here. It could be that you have tried as hard as you could with this King of Cups to try and get them on the straight and narrow, or make things work with them, and they're just not coming around. They're just not adjusting their behavior in a way that is beneficial to the relationship. Or if this King of Cups could represent you. If you have perhaps water strong in your chart, and in a way that your actions are not being honest to yourself or to the people around you. The Nine of Swords is here, which means that there's a lot of stress related to this situation. It could be stress, it could be anxiety, it could be a lot of tension, it could be you, staying up at night, worrying, thinking, sleepless nights. There could be a degree of depression here about this situation, where it's just getting you down and you don't know where to turn, you're feeling desperate. The Nine of Swords, also, can represent just a feeling of not knowing what's going to happen next, and just fearfulness as well. So, there is definitely a need for you to gain control of this situation, whatever it is, and that may require you to break ties with whoever this energy is, this King of Cups energy. Or if this is you, it may be time for you to seek help. It may be time for you to finally cut the ties of those things that are unhealthy for you and no longer useful for you on this spiritual journey forward. keep in mind that Jupiter is moving into Libra, and this is going to be, for my Libras, one of the luckiest years of your life. This is a period of healing, of expansion, of opportunities coming out of the blue, of perhaps travel, of perhaps financial gain that you're, greater than what you've expected. Jupiter is that big planet that brings things in a big way. So whatever comes into your life under a Jupiter transit is very often bigger and greater than you even expected it to be. If you have been doing the right thing and you're in the right place and your actions are balanced and you are, you've got all your ducks in the row, this could be an extremely powerful moment of success for you this year between the end of September to the end of August 2017. It could bring travel. It could be bring people into your life who are there to support and nurture you and back you up, okay? It could be expansion for you where your education is concerned. As I said, it could be long-distance travel that happens and really expands your view of the world and of your philosophy on life. The Nine of Swords is here, so it is telling you that you need to get a handle on whatever it is that is going on with this 12th house energy. And it's time to release it. It's time to end. The 9 is the end of a cycle. So you are coming to an end of a cycle of stress, of anxiety, of heartache or heartbreak. And a moment of deliverance is available to you from this desert that you've been walking through. But you may have to take drastic action. You may have to get help. The Hierophant is coming up here, and the Hierophant can represent institutions of some kind. Those could be hospitals, counseling centers. It could be religious centers. It could be spiritual centers, spiritual institutions. The Hierophant can represent psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, drug counselors, alcohol counselors, substance counselors. So, it may be time for you to reach out and to seek someone who is an expert in the area where you are having a difficult time, and allow that energy to help heal you. Okay? Some of you may be this could be a relationship situation, it could be a marriage, it could be a structured relationship that you have kind of come to the end of your rope about, and some of you may be seeking legal advice, okay? Whatever it is, do not be afraid to reach out. Do not be afraid to find someone who can counsel. You don't necessarily have to take drastic action now, but just taking a step forward to get assistance in this area may be all the seed that you need to plant at this time. And the new moon is definitely about planting seeds. A healing that may have taken years to take place under a new moon eclipse could take weeks or months. It could happen very quickly. Now, some of you, I do have the Page of Pentacles coming here at the end. For some of you, there may be children involved in this situation. Some of you may have been dealing with a partner, and you may find that you are at the end of this relationship and that you may need to release yourself from this relationship, not only for your benefit, but for your children. Some of you may be bringing someone in your life into counseling in order to save them or to get them help so that they can be whole and healthy for their children. Some of you may be getting help and assistance for yourselves because you are inspired and want to do this so that your children can have you as a whole and healthy individual. Some of you also may be going back to school, or some of you may be going into a learning process or training in some of the areas that I mentioned as a counselor of some kind. And as a result of this education and this expansion of your knowledge and your skill, you will be creating a structured environment, a stable environment for yourself and your families, okay? And the Page of Pentacles can represent good news coming in. It can also represent an increase of your knowledge and your skill. And it can also represent the beginnings of financial security. So good news about monies coming through. Some of you may have been seeking some kind of support or grant, or perhaps financial aid, and you'll be hearing good news about getting financial aid. It could be for you or for a child in your life. So, I do feel that whatever the situation is here, it is very important for you to now start making decisions and taking decisive action, even if it is just a small step forward, because this year is going to present you with opportunities that you may not have experienced in your life. And if you are in the right place, with the right frame of mind, in a healthy frame of mind, with an optimistic view towards the future, you are going to be in alignment with all of the good things that Jupiter is going to bring for you, okay? Now, Jupiter being in Libra is very much about relationships, connections, contracts, marriage, long-term partnerships. So some of you may be partnering up with someone this year. Some of you may be meeting your soulmate, or stabilizing a relationship, or bringing structure to a relationship with a soulmate. Whatever it is that you are going to be experiencing this month, know that you are going to be coming out, or have the opportunity to come out of a desert in your life and into a refreshing, rainfall. Rain may fall on you. However, it is going to be for your benefit and not to drown you, but to refresh you. So that you can have an optimistic, exhilarated view towards the future. And as I said, liberation from obstruction, from obstacles, from challenges that you have been facing the last months or years, you may be able to start resolving those things in a way that you can move forward into the future with, a positive viewpoint and expectant of good things and good opportunities to come through for you. All right, my Libra, so thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope that this reading has resonated for you. Please contact me for a private reading if you'd like to know how all of these planetary activities are going to be affecting your personal chart. Thank you for connecting with me in all the ways that you have. And I wish you love, peace, and joy, abundance, healing. And as always, I bid you namaste. And I will see you at the end of the month for the full moon readings for the full moon eclipse. Thank you so much.